peace, baby. It's all peace. It's all peace.
Holy shit.
What you mean?
A bottle of water knocked you out?
Breaking news, James O'Keefe, leader, frontman of Project Veritas, has been permanently banned from Twitter, but he is not taking it bending over. He is standing up to the big tech technocrats themselves, Big Brother attempting to silence legitimate journalism. James O'Keefe is pushing back. He has announced that he is suing the big tech giant for defamation because of the reason that was given for his ban today on the gigantic platform known as Twitter, a so-called free speech platform that has no bias, according to Jack Dorsey. They just want to get rid of people that are saying things that could cause real-world violence. I think by now we have seen that these big tech corporations, we have seen that these left-leaning news media organizations are 100% not only biased, but they're propagandized machines that are funded by global elites with millions and billions of dollars in order to poison the minds of millions of people. What we are seeing today with Project Veritas and James O'Keefe is pure censorship against journalism. And the reason being is, I'm sure it's all going to come out, is it is quite interesting that James O'Keefe is putting out some damning stories, exposing CNN with some pretty admitting damning statements from a director from CNN himself, literally using the word propaganda in his own ideas in terms of talking about how they smeared Trump and how they propped up Biden himself in an attempt to push the BLM narrative. Which is interesting about this is we're going to watch this video while he's literally while Project Veritas is exposing this guy. In the video, the guy is claiming he's attempting to help BLM and their cause. Ironically, last night, some CNN reporters were attacked by some BLM thugs in Minneapolis. So, I mean, it's just, at this point, it's like these people think that they're on the right side, but they fail to recognize that these people are radical communists. They don't care about CNN. They hate Biden and CNN too. But we're going to go over all of this today. Guys, if you are new to the channel, I want to welcome you. DH Alliance, if there's anybody new in the comment section tonight, make sure to welcome them. with open arms. My name is Drew Hernandez, hopefully one of your favorite podcast hosts here on YouTube. If you guys can do me a huge favor and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification, but also toggle on the all selection, because if you don't, YouTube leaves you on occasional notifications and you will never see a notification from me when I post anything on this channel. So please do that for me immediately right now, and share this video far and wide wherever you could post a link on Twitter, Gab, Parler, Facebook, wherever a link can be posted. Maybe even on your own YouTube. Just drop it wherever you can post it. It surely helps us. Also, smash that like button, destroy that like button. It helps the algorithm more than you know. Trust me, more than you know. And also, guys, I'm 100% independent. If you guys would like to support me, you can support me monthly and become a member and join the DH Alliance on this channel. And also, if you would like to give a one-time donation, the link is in the description below on my website. It goes to PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, all that good stuff. I truly need you guys' help to combat the fake news media and these ridiculously fake narratives that are coming down the pike, attempting to poison all of our minds. I'm 100% alternative, independent media. I thank you, every single one of you. Or we do super chats at the end of every single show. So if you'd like to support me that way, drop a super chat, whether now in the middle of the show or at the end of the show. I get to every single super chat at the end of the show, Q&A format. I love you guys very much. This is going to be a very good show, because these are some serious things we're talking about right now, okay? And I really need you guys to share this stuff, because what's taking place here in the United States of America is journalists are obviously being targeted. So here we go. I want to drop first just a little bit of context to understand what is going on with James O'Keefe. So if we can get this up, my good friends over at the Post Millennial have dropped this story. They were one of the first ones to actually have an article up. Breaking: Twitter permanently bans Project Veritas founder James O'Keefe. There his screenshot of his banning, around 926.1K followers. I think James had over 1 million before the purge. I'm not quite too sure. I can only assume. So this is recently updated as of the reading of this post. There is Jack Posobiec tweeted this earlier. Breaking: James O'Keefe announces he is suing Twitter. Project Veritas statement: I am suing Twitter for defamation because they said I, James O'Keefe, operated fake accounts. This is false. This is defamatory, and they will pay. And he's talking about legally, okay? He's not talking about violently. This is false, this is defamatory, and they will pay. Section 230 may have protected them before, but it will not protect them from me. The complaint will be filed Monday. So all you left-leaning journals are going to take this statement and say, oh, he's making death threats. No, he says the complaint will be filed. He's speaking in legal terms. So calm down, you woke Wookiees. Nice try, though. Try again next week. The article goes on to say, after a scathing series of exposés dropped by Project Veritas about CNN's conservative bias this week, Twitter has permanently suspended the outlet's founder, James O'Keefe. There's Jack Posobiec tweeting again. Breaking: Twitter has suspended James O'Keefe. And when you click James's Twitter link, it shows his profile that it is suspended. But apparently Twitter has come out and said that this is permanent. Update: Twitter responded to queries saying that the account was permanently suspended for violating the Twitter rules on platform manipulation and spam. The statement went on further to say that he is somehow using fake accounts to manipulate and stir different kinds of controversies and conversations on Twitter with multiple accounts posing as people. This is what they are accusing James O'Keefe of doing, ironically. Coincidentally, right after CNN gets exposed big time. So this is definitely coordinated. This is definitely targeted. James O'Keefe has been announcing he's actually going to sue some of these corporations this past week. He was on Hannity the other night talking about these things. So there's definitely something going on. There's a legal battle, an information war between James O'Keefe, CNN, big tech. This is nothing new, but it is getting spicy. It is getting real very fast. O'Keefe, the publisher and founder of Project Veritas, has consistently been releasing exclusive video footage that exposes the political bias on CNN, Facebook, and Google, among others, in a series of bombshell reports. Here are a bunch of blue checks on Twitter backing up James O'Keefe, and I suggest that you go follow him immediately on his Instagram and also on his Telegram now, and subscribe to their website however you can, their newsletter. Anytime someone gets banned like this, we have to get behind these people because this is coordinated attacks. They do this so that you don't have a voice, so when they start smearing you on the mainstream media and all these articles online, you have no voice to defend yourself in any way, shape, or form. My buddy Andy No, the post-millennials Andy No, suggests that Twitter suspended O'Keefe not for a rules violation, he's alleging, but for the hidden camera videos showing a CNN director proudly and purposefully revealing that the news network engaged in propagandist reporting to further the aims of the Democratic Party. I'm going to show you this video right now. This suspension could be perceived as another instance of big tech taking ownership over American free speech rights and crushing them. This is all alleged. It must be proved. There's Andy's tweet. There's all kinds of different people, Jack Posobiec, everybody's weighing in with their thoughts, trying to figure out what is going on. But Twitter has come out and given this fake little response publicly as of right now. Everybody's weighing in. Donald J. Trump Jr., Matt Gaetz, everybody's weighing in on Twitter. So I wanted to play you guys, let's take this down. I wanted to play you guys the video, okay? This is the video. There's been a series of videos that's been dropping this entire week, but this one in particular is damning, extremely damning to CNN, because in this clip, I'm not going to play the full clip because for time's sake, but I just edited these key points where they're admitting, literally, CNN director, he's using the word propaganda in terms of how he can shape a media narrative for people to believe. Okay, he's saying this by his own admission, and also, which is ironic, which is going to tie into the second half of this show, he's literally saying that he's trying to help Black Lives Matter with shaping a narrative for them, but it's hard for them because a bunch of black guys are beating up Asian guys, which is true. But they are clearly admitting, obviously to an undercover journalist without knowing, that they are literally a propaganda news media organization. I mean, we all know this. We all know CNN is propaganda, but now we have them on tape freaking admitting it. And coincidentally, James O'Keefe gets banned today off of Twitter when this video drops. Let's take a look at it now.
Charlie Chester will shock you even more. This time, we see Chester reconciling the truth that actually exists compared to what happens in his own network.
I was trying to do some research on like the Asian hate, like the people are getting attacked or whatever. A bunch of black men that have been attacking Asian. So I'm like, what are we doing? Like, we're trying to like help like with the BLM, and like you're gonna like, I mean, it's individuals, it's not a people, you know. That's not good. The optics of that are not good. These little things like that are enough to set back movements, you know, because the far left will start to latch on and create a story of like criminalizing an entire people, you know. Just easier headlines that way, I guess. The conservatives, I'm sorry, not the far left.
You're telling your channel, you're telling me, you're saying like how media is the greatest weapon. Where were you going to go with that?
I mean, it's just propaganda, like, it can really... Sorry, my chime just went off.
What do you mean by propaganda?
Like you can shape an entire people's perception about anything on how you do it, right? Like,
How do you do that?
just by like forcing a story to help like your platform, you know, like you can all of a sudden say like coal is the future of like energy. Well, that could be propaganda because like who owns the company might have stake in like coal mining.
So obviously you are venturing into the mind of a director down at CNN. We'll talk about the first part of that video as we get into the second part of this show in terms of him talking about black men attacking Asians and them trying to help Black Lives Matter. I think we all know that, but that's intentional. You have a media organization that is intentionally peddling narratives. But let's talk about that second part. She asks him because he claims that he literally said that media is a very powerful weapon. And when you listen to the ideology of this man and when you listen to his philosophy on media, it's very clear that he clearly understands. He uses the word literally propaganda and uses the term you can force a story. That is not news, okay? That is not accurate news. Now, I know this is not news, right? This is nothing new to anybody that's watching this right now, especially the DH Alliance. Every single one of you know that CNN is 100% propaganda and fake news. But why is this important? Number one, it's important because now we have these dudes literally on camera sharing their philosophy in media, sharing their ideas in media, and they're using terms such as literally propaganda, and they're using terms such as forcing a story. So I think it's very clear when you listen to the philosophy of this director down at CNN that they are 100% engaged in propaganda. They're 100% engaged in forcing stories. Okay, that is not news. That is not media. That is China. That is the CCP, okay? The Communist Chinese Party. Listen, that is North Korea. When you watch news, when you watch channels in North Korea and you see them communicating, the media communicating with the public, that is all propaganda. That is all forced stories. That is all what the government mandates for the people to know, to hear, and to see. So what CNN has sold its soul to right now is literally becoming the arbiters of truth. They're becoming the gatekeepers. They are cultivating these fake narratives. They are peddling these fake narratives. And you can hear the philosophy in this director down at CNN because it's very clear now that this is what they do. And it's important now, number two, because it's on video now and you're hearing the philosophy of these people and they're reaching millions of people a day and they're not putting out news. They're not putting out stories. They're forcing narratives. They're forcing stories. Listen, I don't care. I don't care whether this is left with CNN or if this is right with Fox News. I don't care. It is not news to be forcing narratives. It is not news to be forcing stories. That is not news. That is propaganda. That is forcing narratives down the throats of millions of people. That is altering the minds of millions of people, literally altering the minds of millions of people to believe the perception of what you want them to believe. He clearly understands this. He clearly has this philosophical idea in terms of media, and this is dangerous. Listen, I don't care what your political background is, whether you're on the left or whether you're on the right. Bro, if you're watching CNN right now and now after watching this, how can you sit there and be like, oh yeah, I'm totally getting the truth from these people. These people are definitely reporting the truth to me. These people are definitely reporting the news to me. They're letting me make my own decision. They're letting me be my own intellectual, autonomous human being by just downloading and analyzing and filtering information that comes down the pipe. Oh, definitely 100%. That's exactly what I'm getting. No, you are not. That is a fact. If you watch CNN religiously, you are getting forced stories and forced narratives. Now let's talk about the response here, okay? Let's talk about the response here. It's interesting that James O'Keefe has been going directly after CNN, Facebook, Google for a very, very long time. James O'Keefe has been exposing these people for years. Whistleblowers have been coming out of Facebook. Whistleblowers have been coming out of Google. Whistleblowers have been coming out of Twitter. Whistleblowers coming out of you name it. And people coming forward and exposing them for who they are and what they do. Now, one thing I want you guys to understand, that it's dangerous that these mainstream massive corporations, okay, that are being funded by global elites, literally Twitter, Facebook, Google, YouTube, everything you see, everything. Now CNN, the mainstream fake news media, this corporation is obviously working alongside big tech, the technocracy, in order to abet their agenda. What they're doing is they're aiding and abetting their agenda. They're working together in order to propagate the minds of millions of people. This is so dangerous because I would say this. I would pitch this. I would say that big tech right now in 2021, you have Google, you have Twitter, you have Facebook. They are literally the public square. Okay, this is where people talk. This is where the economy is built around this, literally. The economy functions off of this. If someone gets deplatformed, they could lose their career. They could lose millions within seconds, okay? The reason why I say this is big tech is literally extremely more powerful than some aspects of the federal government. Why do I say that? Because they exercise that and they displayed that by deplatforming a sitting president. You guys know what I'm talking about, okay? When we have the president of the United States being deplatformed and silenced by an organization or an entity, that entity is dangerous as hell. And that's taking place. It's going to continue to happen to Republicans. It's going to continue to happen to Democrats. It's going to continue to happen to anybody that does not bow to the narrative. Not just James O'Keefe, not just Alex Jones, not just Donald Trump. It's going to go to the left too. And if you think that I'm lying, you just wait. Because it's not about left or right. It's about the narrative. It's about the authoritarian installed narrative. It's what they want you to believe. It's what they want you to follow. It's what they want you to bow to. It's what they want you to literally submit to. And whatever that is, and you don't follow suit, you are done, canceled, erased, censored, banned, sent to the abyss, to never be heard from ever again. That is what these authoritarian regimes are all about. And that is what is taking place right now. And now we have big tech, this technocracy that is coordinating with the fake news media to go after journalists. This is not just, listen, this is nothing new. But what I want you guys to see is I want you to see the formula. I want you to see the pattern. Look how quickly this happened. And it's not because James O'Keefe is doing anything illegal. James O'Keefe is not engaged in any kind of illegal activity. And James O'Keefe is alleging that this is defamation. And I think we'll have to see, because now this is going to become a legal case. And I pray that James O'Keefe goes far, because I know that Twitter plays dirty. I know that CNN plays dirty. But what I want you to get out of this is to look what caused this. James O'Keefe is getting closer and closer and closer. And now James O'Keefe has gotten too close. And when you get too close, that's when they hit delete. Because when you start getting closer and closer and closer, it's because, especially when they ban you, it's because you're about to literally uncover something that they don't want you to see and they want to keep hidden. This is all about power. This is all about control. This is all about silencing. This is all about preserving the narrative that they want to preserve. Because think about it. Listen, this goes beyond James O'Keefe. This goes beyond conservatism. This goes beyond what you may even think this is about. Because these are people that reach millions of people. When you hear an entity that has the ability to reach millions in a 30-minute show, CNN, Twitter has the ability to manipulate the minds of millions of people like that. When these types of entities start moving this way and dictating to you what you can hear, not just what you can say, it's what you can hear, what you can observe, what you can learn. Freedom of speech is not just about speaking, son. It's about hearing. Because you as an autonomous human being have the free right to hear from someone that has the free right to speak. And that is what they are doing. And that is what they are silencing, because it's not just about shutting someone up from speaking. It's about shutting someone up from hearing. You have the free right as an autonomous human being, the God-given inalienable right to not only say what you want to say, but also hear what you want to hear. And this is what these big technocrats are literally doing, these massive corporations. CNN is working alongside of them. They're working to silence journalists because they want to manipulate the minds of millions. Guys, think about the grand scale of this, how dangerous this is. We're not talking about hundreds of people. We're not talking about thousands of people. We're not even talking about hundreds of thousands of people. We're talking about millions of people that are watching CNN religiously every single night. And they are literally just ingesting and feeding off of propaganda. You think that's not going to do damage? Of course it's going to do damage. They want to preserve a narrative because they want to control your mind. That is what this is all about. That is what this is all heading to. 100%. And it's literally, it should not be accepted. 100%. It should not be in any way, shape, or form tolerated. Because once we allow them that, if we give them an inch, they're going to take a light year. So let's address the first part of that video. Okay, what I think is interesting about this is you literally have this director from CNN. Okay, this guy is literally saying, oh, you know, I've been trying to investigate, the crimes against Asians. And I mean, I discovered that a bunch of black guys, a bunch of black men are attacking Asians. And it's like, man, what are you guys doing? You're ruining the cause. You're taking us backwards. We're trying to help you. What is he saying? Yeah, we're trying to propagate with you to push your narrative and peddle your narrative. Oh, but we still claim to just be sharing the news. No, they're propagandized machines that are getting behind Marxist organizations, communist organizations like BLM, and they're peddling their message and peddling their agenda to millions of people in their homes on a nightly basis. Now, why is this interesting? Oh, because this is just a virtue signal. It's like every single other corporation. Mark Cuban, tries to virtue signal. Oh, we're not going to do the anthem, and then he gets immediately, patriots, conservatives, Americans like, what do you mean you're not going to do the anthem? And he gets put in this position where he can't do it because he knows that it's not the right thing to do. They try and virtue signal, but it's never enough. It's never enough because Black Lives Matter comes to Mark Cuban and it's like, oh, whoa, I thought you loved black people. I thought you loved black people. No matter what they do, they want more, they want more, they want more. All these corporations, the NBA, everything, it's never enough. It's never going to be enough. When they say no justice, no peace, what that means is there's never going to be peace because their version of justice is burning buildings down. There's never going to be peace. There will never be justice. Because the way that they've decided to do things and to achieve their version of justice is to commit anarchy, is to commit murder, is to commit vandalism, is to commit mass looting, to destroy the system over lies. Oh, black people are being hunted. They're being shot by cops because of the color of their skin. That is just not true. That's simply not true. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is that what's happening right now is that CNN is trying to virtue signal, oh, these massive corporations, oh, we care about the black people. Oh, we want to give reparations. Oh, we want to give black people a voice. You see Disney, you see Nickelodeon, you check your freaking Uber app, you open up Uber Eats and you see, oh, support black businesses. Everything is black. Everything is supporting black people. They don't care. They're just doing it because it's politically acceptable to do so. They don't care about black people, and it's never going to be enough. It'll never be enough because how much longer do we have to continue to do this and pedal to a race and hold their hand instead of just letting them get up, stand up, and do their own damn thing here in this country? We all have to do that. What am I saying? What I'm saying is this. It's never going to be enough. It is never going to be enough. And I can prove it to you tonight because CNN is on record sitting here saying, oh, yes, we're trying to help the black people. We're trying to help their cause, but their actions of beating Asian people is taking them backwards. Yeah, of course it is. CNN has been peddling Black Lives Matter. You have freaking Chris Cuomo on CNN virtue signaling with Don Lemon, trying to make it look like he actually cares about black people. You have Chris Cuomo literally sitting there saying that he's black on the inside. It's like ridiculous. It's cringe. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? CNN pumping all this propaganda Don Lemon saying that, oh my goodness, white men, white supremacy is the greatest threat to this country, while the guy's freaking with a white guy. He's engaged to a white guy. You don't understand this? It's an act. They're actors. These people claim, oh, Don Lemon, white people are so bad. White people are so dangerous. White people this, white people that. Oh my gosh, we cannot stand white people. The guy is engaged to a white guy. My goodness. Holy crap. What I'm trying to say is it's CNN is so fake. They're trying to virtue signal. They're trying to jump on this wagon to cure their white guilt. And they've sold their soul to the communist Black Lives Matter movement, and it's not enough. For the Major League Baseball, it won't be enough. For the NBA, it won't be enough. For the NFL, it won't be enough. For Disney, it won't be enough. For Nickelodeon, it won't be enough. For Uber, it won't be enough. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, you're not just dealing with a black civil rights movement. That is not what Black Lives Matter is. Anyone that says that Black Lives Matter is a civil rights movement is an idiot, is stupid, and has no idea what they're talking about. Why do I say that? Because Black Lives Matter themselves has declared that they are a Marxist organization with communist views and ideas and ideologies. They're the furthest thing from civil rights. Karl Marx didn't believe in that. Karl Marx literally ushered in Marxism, and communism is responsible for the death of over 100 million people to date. And that is what Black Lives Matter believes. They're not civil rights. They believe in murdering people in order to get their damn way through lies. So anyone that thinks that Black Lives Matter is a civil rights movement is just an uneducated moron that's disconnected from reality. Oh, am I offending you? Are you offended? Good. You want to know why you're offended? Because truth just violated your reality. Black Lives Matter is a Marxist, communist, murderous organization. They don't care about civil rights, because if they did, they would be on the streets preaching. They would be on the streets protesting for the black on black crime that is worse than police on black crime. Fact. So don't get mad at me. Anyways, rant over. Let's continue. So CNN. They're virtue signaling with Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo and, oh, tell me, please show me where in the Constitution you have to protest peacefully. All this stupid crap peddling to black people. It's just a show. It's an act. It's not real 100%. And it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough for these activists. It's not enough for these thugs. It's not enough. You don't believe me? Okay. So yesterday in Minneapolis, everyone knows what's going on in Minneapolis because of the shooting of Daunte Wright. Antifa has mobilized, and I want to point this out, is every time you see like a shooting, you'll see like the looting, you'll see the rioting, you'll see the burning, and in about a day or two, you'll start to see Antifa roll in. And this is the playbook. Listen to me, okay? The next time you guys watch this stuff unfold, remember what I'm telling you, and when you see it all unfold on Twitter, you'll be like, that's what Drew was talking about. About a day or two after a black person gets shot, okay? You will see Antifa. They mobilize to a police station or a federal building in the area. That's when you see all the riot shields. That's when you see all the leaf blowers. That's when you see all the stuff that they use to protect themselves. That's when you see them with the umbrellas. They're all mobilized. They're in groups. That is Antifa, and they're not only wearing black, okay? They mobilize quickly like that because that is what they do. That is what they have been designated to do. So all you're seeing right now in Minneapolis, all you're seeing is little skirmishes back and forth with the police. The big show's coming, trust me. The big show is coming. For me, I've covered so many riots, I can see it. I'm like, they're just going to have skirmishes for the next 2 or 3 days with the cops, and it's going to be over. I've done this so many times. It's just kind of like we really have to pick something that's really worth like some serious stuff. And the reason why I say that is because the danger level. I got death threats. If I go out there and I start reporting immediately, they're going to know I'm there and they're going to want to kill me. But anyways, so yesterday in Minneapolis, yeah, do what you have to do. Yesterday in Minneapolis, there was literally a group of reporters. CNN is on the ground in Minneapolis. CNN is literally on the ground, and they were attacked. You know, CNN reporters were attacked by BLM thugs and Antifa thugs. CNN reporters, not Fox, not a right-winger, not a conservative. CNN, kid, for all you woke Wookiees in the chat out there that are too stupid to realize that BLM themselves have called them, like they themselves say they're communists. I'm not saying that. That's not right-wing. My God. BLM says that. For all you virtue signaling white people in the chat, BLM says it. You gonna tell BLM who they are? Huh? You gonna tell them who they are? Listen to my voice. Black Lives Matter says they're a communist organization. Not Drew Hernandez, not some right-winger. Black Lives Matter, you buffoon. My goodness. Wake up to reality and smell reality because you need to get this stuff straight. This is what CNN has done to you. Anyway, CNN was attacked by Black Lives Matter and Antifa thugs. And I think CNN has finally realized that they don't get a pass either, because they're dealing with communists, they're dealing with radical Marxists, and there's no negotiating. There is no neutral ground with a communist or Marxist. So here's the full video. Take a look.
No, you don't got no trouble. No. We don't. It's all peace, baby. It's all peace. It's all peace.
Holy shit.
You mean?
A bottle of water knocks you out?
This nigga begging for the water. This nigga begging for the water. Do we have a minute? He's begging for the water. I want to make sure everything is okay.
Crack this little gas.
We need a medic right there. The cop right there need a medic. We need a medic. What happened?
Just a reminder, these are CNN reporters, not Fox.
No worries.
Are you good?
All good. CNN, we are reporters. We are covering
Then they get escorted out and their car gets egged. There's the Black Lives Matter sign. Oh, this is just ridiculous.
That's a white man. Who is that?
What do you do?
What's up?
So they are finally picking some news media out of here.
Those are CNN reporters. They're being egged.
What's going on?
What the fuck?
Tyler, what'd they do?
So they don't even know what they did and they're attacking them. Oh, BLM is just a bunch of morons, dude. Uneducated buffoons.
What the hell?
Bye, CNN. Have a nice night. I mean, I don't feel sorry for them. Honestly, I know he's an old guy. I don't know if he's a nice guy. I don't know. All I know is that if you're wearing a CNN badge and you're working for this organization that is on record admitting that they have propagandized philosophy, you're an idiot. You should just quit. But the point I wanted to make is with all their virtue signaling, with everything that they've been saying, with everything that they've been doing, they don't get a pass. Why don't they get a pass? Because they're communists. They're anarchists. They're not civil rights leaders, okay? When you're literally egging their car and you're throwing things at their heads, that is not civil rights, you dumbasses out there that keep thinking that. That is physical assault. That is attempted vandalism on a car. That is not civil rights. And that is what Black Lives Matter does. And that is what Antifa does, because that is who these people literally are. So, oh, nothing but peace. Nothing but peace. Boom! It's like, what? Wake up call, CNN. Wake up call. Hey, Black Lives Matter don't like you neither. Antifa don't like you neither with all of your peddling, all of your virtue signaling. Oh, all you pretending to care every single night. We care about the black people. We care about the protesters. We're not going to call them rioters. You know what you get from them? Boom! Big old block to the head, son. Why? Because there's no negotiating with anarchists. There's no negotiating with communists. These people want you gone. That's what they want. Whether you're from Fox, whether you're from CNN, they don't care. They hate you because you represent American values. And that is what they want to destroy. Sick of these people, man. That was a peaceful physical assault, eh? I'm pretty sure that's how CNN will write that one off. We got peacefully physical assaulted by peaceful protesters at a peaceful riot. Oh my gosh. Let's get some context. You guys want some context? Real quick, let's get this up. So Brooklyn Center weathers 4 night of protests, riots, after officer who shot Dante Wright charged. Where is this at? Here it is to the bottom. Okay. While most people in the crowd gathered and listened to speakers, a loud group of protesters gathered outside the gates of the fence surrounding the precinct and hurled insults at the police standing guard with pepper spray. Police intermittently sprayed protesters who rattled or attempted rioters who attempted to climb the fence. Another officer perched in an armored vehicle shot rubber bullets into the crowd when people threw water bottles over the fence. Some of these water bottles are frozen water bottles. So if you get hit in the head with that, that could literally knock you unconscious. Ever been hit in the head with a big old block of ice? Yeah. See how that works for you. 2 young women approached the Washington Examiner and asked that the outlet, along with the other news outlets, stop covering the protests at the riots at the fence and instead focus on the rally happening behind them. They gathered several people from the crowd and began taunting a CNN crew as well as CNN reporter Miguel Marquez, who was reporting on the event. "You are the problem," one of the women shouted at the CNN crew. "They've got the police on both sides of the fence," the women added, referring to the media. "Yikes, what a scary place we're living in." The situation escalated when the woman demanded that Marquez prove that he was a member of the press. Yeah, these are protesters, right? as he, prove your identity. We're out here peaceful protesting. Prove your identity. It's like, what? As he spoke with her, one of the protesters lobbed a plastic water bottle. It almost knocked him unconscious. That thing is filled with ice, okay? A plastic water bottle at one of the other CNN crew members. It hit him square on the forehead and he fell to the ground. When he got back up, he told the Washington Examiner that he was unhurt, but that the blow was memorable. Oh my God. I didn't read that part before the show. Talk about white guilt, bro. Like, my God. Dude, I can't take it's just, sorry. I just can't. Let me read that one. Let me read that one more time. Where's it at? Let me read that one more time. It hit him square on the forehead, and he fell to the ground when he got back up and told the Washington Examiner that he was unhurt, but that the blow was memorable. Courtesy of Black Lives Matter and Antifa. Ha ha! Okay, so protesters mocked the crew after he fell. Soon afterward, rioters began shoving the crew. This sounds so stupid, bro. Listen to this. Protesters mocked the crew after he fell. Soon afterward, protesters began shoving the crew and chased them out of the rally. Those are called rioters, son! As the crew left, protesters pelted them with water bottles and trash. I assure you, these are water bottles that are frozen, okay? This is what they do. I've covered Antifa so many times, undercover, side by side with them actually thinking I'm with them, and this is what they do, okay? That's not even the half of it. Marquez tweeted about the incident several hours after the fact, writing that his team was fine and would continue to report on this vital story as it unfolds. Let's just take this down. Let's take this down. I mean, this is the point that I'm making, man. This is the point that I'm making is this is CNN we're talking about. The virtue signaling propaganda machine that is just peddling to black people and minorities, trying to make it look like we're the ones that care about blacks. We're the ones that care about these peaceful protesters. Antifa is just a myth. They're just an idea, not real. Show me where in the Constitution that you have to protest peacefully. And then they show up to a riot and BAM! I'm talking way too much crap tonight, man. I don't feel sorry for them. I mean, I don't condone violence against anybody unless it's righteously justified in self-defense. But especially someone that is committing violence against a member of the media. But CNN needs to wake up to the damn reality that there is no neutrality with radical Marxists, which is Black Lives Matter, and radical anarchists, which is Antifa. That is exactly who is out there right now, okay? On the ground in Minneapolis. All my buddies are out there. I'm talking to them by the hour. They are all there. Antifa, literally, teams from Portland are in Minneapolis right now. That is what Antifa does. So when you see this stuff, I think it's interesting because now CNN, virtue signaling high and mighty CNN, is now waking up to the reality that you are not accepted by these radical communists and anarchists. They're not protesters. Stop running cover for them, because the moment that they face you face to face, they will crack you in the head because they hate you. Because listen, it's either you're with us or you're against us. That is the mind of a Marxist. That is the mind of an anarchist. There is no neutrality. There is no middle ground. And it's not because I am saying that. It is because that is how they view the world. You are either with us or you are against us. That is why they hate Democrats. They hate Biden. They hate progressives like Ted Wheeler. They are not far left enough. And neither is CNN. That's the truth. That is the 100% truth. I don't know, man. These people are just out of control. CNN is a propaganda machine that caters to these movements, yet still get owned by them because they are stupid. Quote me on that, Drew Hernandez. All right, guys, let's do some super chats. If you guys would like to support me, speaking of Minneapolis, I will be taking a trip there very soon. I cannot announce dates because I get death threats from these people. Obviously, if you hear what I'm saying, these people hate what I say. So I cannot announce dates or specific locations when it comes to covering Black Lives Matter or Antifa. These people try and find me. If you Google my name, Drew Hernandez, you'll actually see Drew Hernandez's wife, Drew Hernandez's family. Like these people look for me. So that's why I do everything undercover. So I will be going there. I cannot announce a date, but if you would like to support me, you can drop a super chat. I'm 100% supported by the people, we the people, that is you the people. Or you can donate directly to my website on Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. The link is in the description below. Or you can be a monthly member on this channel, and you could support me monthly on the channel as well and join the DH Alliance. All the proceeds, obviously this is my career, but also all the proceeds go to my flights. I'm just being transparent and honest. The proceeds go to my flights. They go to my hotels. They go to my food. They go to my travel. I don't have a gigantic media budget, okay? So DH Alliance, I appreciate all of your support. So let's get into some super chats tonight. Let's see what is on you guys' mind. tonight. So let me pull this up, guys. I hope you guys are having an amazing night. Friday is almost here, one day away, especially if you work a 9 to 5. Friday is obviously one of the best days of the week. Maybe Saturday is, or you get to relax. And especially if you're a Christian, going to Sunday is probably the best day of the week, because Sunday is actually the start of the week, at least for me. Let me click this on real quick. Sorry, YouTube is just froze on me. Don't know why. There it is. Okay, let me go here. Super chats. What's going on, DH Alliance? We salute every single one of you. Super cringe. All right, Scotty_don't. Thank you for the $5 super chat. We salute you. Scotty_don't. And like I said, if you guys would like to donate directly to my website, the link is in the description below, and you could leave a little comment, I think, on Cash App and Venmo. So if you want to do that, you can do that too. I forgot to say that. So if you leave a comment and donate there, I'll read it on air right now and show honor where honor is due. So Scotty_don't, we salute you. Joined the DH Alliance yesterday. Thank you. Round of applause. Scotty_don't. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the Alliance. You come alongside of me and support me because I need the help, all the help I can get, and I'm very, very grateful for that, especially for these trips that are super expensive, man. These trips are expensive, bro. They're not easy. Joined the DH Alliance yesterday to do my part. Stay safe out there and keep up the great work. United, we stand. We salute you. Thank you, Scotty, for joining the DH Alliance. We definitely appreciate it, and we need the support. So we thank monthly contributors like yourself for your support. We have another super chat, 2 super chats. We salute you, Julie Ann. 2 super chats, $5 super chats from Julie Ann. Julie says, Myron Fagan, 1967 Illuminati audio on YouTube. This guy laid out the plan for all this stuff going on now, including media, news, lies, Project Mockingbird. Have you watched it? Janet Osbard docuseries Fall of the Cabal and sequel to Fall of the Cabal. Rumble or use Star Page and DuckDuckGo to search YouTube videos. I mean, I love watching stuff. I love learning new stuff. So I definitely will check that stuff out as long as it's true and accurate 100%. I will definitely add that to the arsenal of knowledge. So thank you, Julie Ann, for the recommendation. I'll definitely check those things out because I love watching crazy stuff. I just asked my wife. So we have another super chat from Strange Addictions. We salute you, Strange Addictions. Thank you for saluting the DH Alliance. We truly appreciate it. Strange Addictions with the $2 super chat says 100% facts. That is all I try and speak. That is where I try and touch down. I am not concerned with left or right. I am concerned with hitting the target with the truth. And I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm a human being. If I get it wrong, I'll admit it. If I have it wrong, I'll admit it. Just show me the facts, show me the truth, and that is where I want to be, because I'm not one that's concerned with preserving my I guess some people would call it your political side, right? Because some people just want to stick me on the right, right? Even though I'm one that is like, I'm not back to blue 100% of the time, because I think there are corrupt cops. And whenever we end up in a police state, who are the ones that enforce that? The police. So, I mean, I say that and conservatives lose their minds. So it's just funny when a lot of left-wingers just kind of put me in this camp. When I try and stay in the middle as much as I can, I just want to speak the truth. So I thank you very much, Strange Addictions, for the support. We have another super chat from Wild Ace Cat. Wild Ace Cat, another frequent supporter of mine. We salute you. Thank you for the super sticker. I think I made you laugh, and I'm glad I made you laugh. And we have another super chat from Lindsay, $20 super chat. Lindsay, we salute you. The DH Alliance thanks you. Everybody say thank you to Lindsay and everyone dropping a super chat tonight, because without you guys, we cannot do this. Lindsay says, thanks for the laughs. Like what Nacho's live streams said, when facts hit you in the head. Oh, is that a commenter?
Yeah, because when they showed the video,
oh, yeah, that's when the guy getting hit in the head. I mean, for real, man, someone's got to make a meme out of that. Maybe I'll make a meme out of that. I don't know. But definitely, I mean, no, It's just, you guys know, man. I went out at that comment that he made, man, he's like, I'm okay, but the blow was definitely memorable. It's like, dude, what are you saying? Like, you're still trying to run cover for these organizations that are literally violent. They've literally assaulted you, and you're still sitting there trying to brush it under the rug as if what they're doing is justifiable. So it's just... Definitely, man. I think everyone's going to remember that clip. I'll make a meme out of it. I don't know. Maybe just take a look at my Instagram. Maybe I'll make a reel or something hilarious. We have another super chat from Sonia Peterson. Sonia Peterson, we salute you. Thank you so much. We definitely appreciate your support. Sonia is an active frequent supporter of mine. Sonia says, liked, shared, be safe. Thank you so much, guys. Also, if you guys are going to leave before super chats, I forgot to say, please share this video. Please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel because we definitely need it. Please follow Sonia's example by liking these videos and sharing these videos. Obviously, we are extremely deboosted. I have over 52,000 subscribers, and I can barely scrape getting 2,000 to 5,000 views if I'm lucky. So thank you, YouTube. Do the math. So thank you, guys. I definitely can use the help if you guys are actively sharing these videos. I truly appreciate it. I really do. So we have some more super chats. Let me refresh this, guys. Thank you, guys, so much for the support. Okay, we have another super chat from Debbie Canet. Debbie, we salute you. Another frequent supporter of mine, Debbie. We love you, my wife and I. Thank you so much for the support. Debbie says, thanks, Drew, for that video and your laugh out loud response. That will teach the reporters. I agree, man. I mean, it's like, bro, you cannot be playing with fire thinking it's just like, I think this is like a frequent lesson. You know what I mean? Like people that think that they could like cut deals with the devil and be neutral with them and think that somewhere down the line, they're just never going to get burnt or they're never going to end up on the freaking cutting board themselves. Oh, we have an alliance. We're neutral, so we're never going to have to deal with them because we're friends. We support them. No, historically, that never ends well for you, son. And that is what CNN has done with these radical Marxist organizations and these radical anarchist organizations. They try and run cover. They call them protesters when they're obviously rioting. They're committing mass looting. They're committing arson. They're committing attempted murder. And they still sit there and run cover. Why do they do that? Because they are cowards. And I think at this point, it's like they're trying to be on the same side. And Black Lives Matter is like, you ain't one of us. It's like Antifa's like, who the hell are you? Obviously by now, right? I mean, come on, dude. You're not, there is no immunity with these people. You're either one of them or you're not. That's where they fall. We have another super chat from Sergeant Hodl. Or Hodl. We salute you, Sergeant Hodl. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Sergeant Hodl says the Republicans better stop being cowards. I 100% agree with that statement. The Republicans better stop being cowards for once and raise hell about James getting banned. He's too important. But unlikely the GOP will not grow. Unlikely the GOP will grow a sack. Man, I think we saw that after the 2020 election. All these legislators that refused to uphold election law, they just sat down with their tail in between their legs and turned a blind eye and act like nothing was taking place. I mean, I myself, this is why it's funny. It's funny, dude. Like we always get some like radical left leaners in my chats. They're like, you're such a right winger. And I'm like, dude, I criticize Republicans all the time. Like the GOP and rhinos I have despised for years. Because the establishment, the deep state is on both sides. And I think like I've known like what happened with the 2020 election and legislators turning their backs on the American people, that was no surprise to me. I saw that coming a mile away because they didn't want Trump to begin with. And that was the opportune time to turn their back on him and the populist movement that took place. So, I mean, for me, it wasn't a surprise. So I think what I'm trying to say is, man, I don't trust Republicans either, man. I don't trust Democrats. Since when was it cool to trust the government? I freaking grew up this way. Like I grew up in SoCal, like the punk rock era where I was like, dude, when did it become cool to trust politicians? Like who the hell trusts a politician? I mean, I never have. But somehow politics has become mainstream, and it's become a borderline cultist religion on the left and some aspects of the right as well, to where you cannot question your political leader. You cannot question your elected officials. And if you do, you get canceled, banned, and silenced. I don't understand how we got to this point. But I think if anything, we have to keep elected officials accountable, whether left or whether right. But I am not a fan of Republicans right now. I just never have been. The deep state's on both sides. I mean, there are some good, decent men and women that identify as Republicans, but they don't see the light of day ever because the deep state always wins. That's just kind of where I'm at right now. So I truly, truly do appreciate you guys' support. So that's why I encourage, we need more patriots. We need more nationalists. We need more pro-America first individuals that believe in the American agenda being put forward. I'm talking in terms of policy. That need to be primarying some of these rhinos, obviously, and obviously attempting to dethrone, I use the word dethrone, these radical leftists that have power in Congress, the Senate, and the list goes on. So if you're feeling led to that, I definitely encourage you to educate yourself, get some financial backup, and go for it because we need it now. Okay, I'm not concerned if there's an R next to your name. That doesn't faze me at all. I don't care if there's an R or a D next to your name. I want to know what you believe and what you want to do, period. That's where I'm at. Okay, so we have another super chat from Julie and another $5 super chat from Julie. Julie, we salute you. Julie, thank you so much. I Googled Drew Hernandez's wife just to see what she looked like. LOL, I do the other famous people too. Sorry, I'm not Antifa, I swear. I don't think you'll be able to find her, Julie, but the point I was trying to make was there, when people are frequently Googling something, it'll come up more on Google searches. So when you Google my name, you will see that Drew Hernandez's wife or Drew Hernandez's family. The reason why that pops up is because some crazy people are actually looking for that because they want to hurt me and my family. I can show you the death threats I get, and they're just crazy. It's usually a lot of white liberals, ironically. We have another super chat from Olivia Preciado. Olivia, thank you for the $5 super chat, Olivia. Olivia says, thank you for all that you do, Drew. Olivia, thank you. 100%, guys. Without your support, we cannot do this. And I have a lot of stuff coming up. Like I said, we have trips coming up in Minneapolis, Minnesota, the Tucson southern border. I'm not done with the border stories. South Texas, and also Yuma, Arizona as well. So thank you guys very much. I truly, truly do appreciate the support. I appreciate it a lot. We have another donation here on Cash App. I didn't want to miss this from Kelly Joyner. Kelly Joyner, thank you for the $5 donation, Kelly. I don't think I see a message, but I definitely appreciate the support. Kelly Joyner for the $5 donation. DH Alliance, every single one of you, everyone that supports me, everybody, please say thank you to Kelly Joyner as well for donating to our movement to help us combat the fake news. I truly, truly do appreciate it. Alrighty, guys. So I think I'm going to let you guys go, man. Tonight was a great night. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys can do me a huge, huge, huge favor, please subscribe to the channel right now. Do not leave without subscribing. Share this video somewhere on your social media accounts, whether it's Parler. We have another super chat from Judy P., a $25 super chat. Judy P., we salute you. Judy is another frequent supporter of mine. Judy, we truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. This definitely helps us with what we have going on, not only supporting us and this is my career, this is what I do, but also with these trips that get really, really pricey. So Judy P., we salute you. Thank you so much, and God bless you. That is probably what I need. 100%, that is what I need the most. I need God's grace. I need God's strength. I need God's power because I need his guidance and any of this stuff, his protection, because when I'm out doing this crazy stuff, guys, I can't explain to you what it's like depending on God in these kind of situations. When you go to like an Antifa riot and you're checking on Twitter and you're seeing people post screenshots of you and they're like looking for you, like Drew Hernandez is out here. Where is he? And they don't want to find me to have a conversation with me. They want to find me to kill me. So, I mean, my walk with the Lord in these kind of situations is just crazy, man. I don't know how to explain it. It's different. I don't even know. Like I have a hard time even relating with people sometimes about this. I'm not saying I'm anything special. It's interesting. It's interesting. You know, my trust in God when I'm out covering this stuff is pretty interesting. It's on a whole nother level. So I appreciate the support, guys. Thank you so much. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification immediately, and share this video far and wide. And also, if you're listening to the rebroadcast of this show, you can donate directly. The link is in the description below. Follow me on all my social media accounts. The link is in the description below as well. I will see you guys, Lord willing, tomorrow night at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you don't remember that, just hit the bell notification. Please do it right now and toggle on the all selection. Alrighty, I love you guys very much. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for the support. And until next time, America, stay free.